Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And this movie came out in 2021, and it's the next installment after Black Widow in the MCU in Phase 4. And I like this movie better than Black Widow. I'm going to get this out of the way. I think this movie is much better made, it's better shot, and overall, it's a big improvement over Black Widow, which I kind of hate. And it definitely highlights some things that were kind of missing from Black Widow. And it's kind of difficult for me to talk about this movie without mentioning Black Widow so many times, but I feel as though it's not only a good comparison after watching it back to back because I watched it one day after the other. And this movie just worked better for me. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. I wasn't bored, and there were some entertaining characters in it as well. And the action scenes, some of them were fun and enjoyable. And this time around, you're actually able to see the fight choreography, which is something that was missing in Black Widow for me. I was like, why are there so many cuts? I can't really make out what's going on. And just the framing of everything was just off, and it was just very poorly handled at times. Whereas in this movie, you can see everything a lot more clearly, and it works. I was like, wow, this is actually enjoyable, and I can watch this and see where we can go. And also, one thing that this movie had going for it over Black Widow, and this is something that I forgot to mention in my review for Black Widow, is that after a certain point, I kind of realized it really did feel as though one thing that was missing is that they forgot to make it fun. I just felt as though Black Widow took itself way too seriously and pretty much devoid of anything that would be enjoyable for me to watch. Whereas this movie, it wasn't afraid to be fun at times, and I'm happy about that. And Ben Kingsley, he's in this movie, and he was the most entertaining part of the movie for me, and I got some laughs from his character. And the movie had some entertaining characters in it, but unfortunately, despite me feeling very positively so far, I will say that this movie is better than Black Widow, but unfortunately, it's kind of just middle of the road and a lot less to talk about, honestly. Whereas Black Widow is kind of more interestingly bad in terms of how it's made. And it's like, what are you even doing? No, how did this happen? Whereas this movie, it's just fine, it exists. The visual effects in this movie were pretty inconsistent, in my opinion. There were some parts where it looked fine and it did the job, some parts where it didn't look all that convincing. It was more or less kind of all over the place for me, and I wasn't always with it. And despite me enjoying Ben Kingsley in this movie, the comedy overall didn't really work for me. I just found a lot of it to be kind of flat, and Aquafina, I found her to be kind of annoying in this movie. She was the worst part, in my opinion, and didn't really bring anything to the film. And the story itself didn't really do anything for me. Not that these movies are known for having huge, great stories that really connect with me, but still would have liked for there to be something going on that I could connect with. And they do try. And this movie does have a story where it's kind of told almost out of order, and there's lots of flashbacks. And I do feel as though this movie had too many flashbacks to where it was a bit distracting. I was like, can we not do this? Can we just have characters talk about what happened instead of just showing us some flashbacks for no reason? And once we got to the third act, that's where the movie kind of lost me. I was like, I don't care about anything in this movie anymore. It was just going on, and I was like, yep, that's happening, and I don't really care. I enjoyed the mid-credit scene. That was kind of fun. And the post-credit scene, that was there, I guess. And it says exactly what you would expect at the end of the credits. And by the end of the film, I was like, okay, that was a movie. I didn't regret necessarily watching it. Will I rewatch it? No. Is it a movie that I would recommend to people? If you're a massive MCU fan and you just need to see all of them, you've probably already seen it. If you're a purist, then you've already seen it. But if you're just like an average viewer who just enjoys superhero movies and you would say, I don't like all superhero movies, but I like the good ones, you could probably skip this one. It's not a film where you're missing a whole lot. Maybe it has some moments that you would like, but overall, I just didn't really take away much from this film. And it was like, okay, that was a movie. And I honestly don't really have much else to say about this movie. It was fine, inoffensive. Would I see it again? No. Did I care for the villain in this movie? No. He just exists and didn't really do much for me. They tried to give him a motivation that you can relate to, but I just wasn't feeling it. And the main character was fine. I don't really feel that particularly attached to him as a character, but then again, it's only his first movie, I guess, so there's only so much he can do, but still would have preferred for a movie to like take a character like this and make them interesting in the same way Iron Man did. Like take a character that no one really knows about and make a good movie that people really connect with. And instead we got this, where it's just kind of fine. So watch this movie if you want to. If you want to skip this movie, then I guess it doesn't matter which one you want to go with. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Obsession. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.